Okay, we're back for the fifth and final match. I just heard a funny term. They were calling it double match. I never heard that before. I thought that was kind of funny. Not sure if it was Albert or Marty who said that, or maybe a spectator, but that's kind of funny. Anyway, this is the decisive match. It's a 9-point match that's going to decide the champion for the club this year. Looks like Marty opened with a 6-1. Albert responded with a 4-3, and now Marty has a 4-2 to play. He's contemplating how to play his 4-2. He can make his 4-point, but it leaves a block. He can just play quietly. He can play like 13-7. He can maybe advance his rear checker. He can come out to the 18-point. There's another play. I'm not sure what's right. Marty doesn't seem sure what's right. He's thinking about the possibilities. I think I'd make the 4-point. Marty makes the 4-point. Albert anchors up. Marty rolls a 3-6. The 3 hits, and with the 6, it looks like he's coming down. Yes, coming down. 2-1 now for Albert. So I think he's going to have to start on stacking and hit loose. That's what he does. He comes in with the 1, hits loose with the 2. 5-4 for Marty. He hits and makes his 8-point. He also could have anchored, but hitting a much more productive play. And now 6-2 for Albert. The 6 is not very good. He's got to expose another blind on the bar point. Marty can maybe think about doubling here. You know, he's got some crushers here. And, he's got a lot of shots on that bar point. He's got some double hitters. If Albert doesn't hit back, Marty can do some damage. Even though Albert's got an anchor, you can still be blitzed with an anchor. You just can't be closed out. But you know, you can still get the 2-3 checkers up on the roof, and then you're up facing a 5-point board. And anyway, we've got some slowness with our connection now. It's too bad because this is the pivotal game. So 5-3, Marty did not double. He pointed, and now 5-3, Albert comes in and hits loose. And again, I think Marty's got a cube decision here. Just because he's so far up in the race here, he can send another checker back. And even if Albert is able to anchor, it's not that threatening of a position. It's a huge race lead, and you know, Albert can get blown off the board. So while Marty doubles, Albert does take. I actually might have let that go just because of my lack of development up front. It's going to be hard to contain. If this game turns around and Albert is able to hit a checker, he's going to have to contain it. But so far, that's not happening. Marty's going on the attack. Albert's able to hit back at least, so Albert can still have hopes of establishing an anchor, a second anchor in Marty's board. It's not so much, I think, that he wants to play a back game as it is that he just wants to keep Marty from making a 5-point board while he's on the roof. And okay, so things have sort of settled down a little bit for Albert. He's got a kind of out of danger. He's not on the roof anymore. He's leaving 2s and 4s, but some of the 2s are going to cost Marty his midpoint. 6-4, so Marty's able to hit, and with the 6, he can hit again, or he can give up his anchor, or maybe bring in another builder. I think I would hit again. I mean, this is the opportunity to as I was saying before, kind of go on a mini blitz here. He can't, you know, Marty cannot close Albert out, but he can race around the board while he's stuck up on the roof. There is a big downside to being hit, though. After if Marty hits loose and then gets hit back, he's now got a big gap in his position. He's going to have 3 checkers back, but the trade-off is worth it. He goes for the hit. Albert's able to hit back with an ace, so it didn't pay off. But 4-6, and now Marty's got a similar problem. This time he chooses to solidify and make the 7-point, and now 5-1 for Albert. He's able to come in. Is he going to make the second anchor, or is he going to... Yeah, I think this is fine. This is fine. And then leaping out is okay. That's fine. 6-3, so Marty's just going to hit and come out because what else? He doesn't want to play his checkers past past the anchor. Albert comes in 5-2, so he's not able to hit, but he's staying flexible. He's not worried about playing safely. He could have played 8-6 to be safe, but it would cost him some flexibility. And now 4-3. Oh, I had to step away for a second. So now 5-4. What happened? Well, 5-4 for Albert. So he can hit, and if he's going to hit, he can hit again with the second 4. But yeah, I don't know. That seems a little premature. I just might use the 4 to make the 20 point. Oh, actually, this hit. Yeah, so this puts 2 checkers up on the roof, and there's really no returns except the doubles. So double aces, double 2s, and double 3s. Oh, and double 4s are return hits. So there's 4 numbers that return hit, and they're really bad. You know, even if he doesn't return hit, he's only got a 1-point board, and so Marty can conceptually come in with 2. And then if Albert doesn't roll a 4, he's now under attack. He can just lose that anchor. Is kind of what's keeping him from getting prime. So okay, so Albert keeps the anchor. Good play, I think. Now 3-2 for Marty, and he solidifies. So Albert's gotten some checkers into the outfield. He's got a few checkers back, too, so he's trying to time. Oh, double 4s, though, isn't going to help. I was going to say he's trying to time this, but no, double 4s is not going to help him do that. But maybe he can switch to a different game plan. So he's running into the outfield and making a blocking point. So now he's got the outfield control. At least he's fighting for it. Yeah, this looks like a reasonable play. You know, he's still behind in the race, and maybe Marty can hit him. But, okay, 5. 6-3. Oh, I was going to say it was going to be 5-3 to 6-5. 6-5. So what do you do if you're Marty here? Maybe he runs both checkers after rear anchor. You know, and that's what he does. 3-2. Sorry, 3-2 for Albert. So he hits, and now he has to play a 2, and yeah, he lifts the blot. He doesn't want to get hit with aces, and good thing because Marty rolls an ace. I think he's just going to play 7-6. He could also play 15-14 because it buys him some flexibility, or he can try and get closer. He can try to race it home. He might have played 7-6 though for the flexibility. Okay, 4-3. Albert points on him, and Albert's starting to turn it around. He's starting to turn this game around a little bit. So 3-6. Marty has an awkward 6. He's forced to hit loose. So actually, that might have been a consideration with his play before. Is he kept a playable 6? If he had played 7-6 and then entered awkwardly from the bar, he would not have had a 6. So maybe Marty saw that. Maybe that was a pretty good eye there for Marty, because it turned out to matter. You had to hit loose with the 6, but it's better than having to break either your 7 or 8 point with your 6s blocked. Okay, so 4-3 for Albert. He comes in with the 3, and he's slotting with the 4. Now 5-3 for Marty. He goes to the 7 point. His rear min is trapped. This is a 4-3. So Albert is kind of lacking in flexibility here. I think he's just going to break his 9 point and try and buy a little bit of flexibility. He just doesn't have much flexibility here. He can't really leave one of his rear anchors. It just looks too dangerous. If he was going to have to leave one, I guess it would be the one on the 16 point. He can play 16-9 and kind of keep his broken 4 prime. But yeah, I'm not sure. I do like this play. He has to kind of choose between a bad bunch. You know, another play would be to break the 8-point and maybe slot the 4. It keeps a better block. You know, he's keeping the block, and Marty sixes. You know, having Marty sixes blocked, as we just learned. You know, that the dice kind of pointed it out that Marty has some awkward sixes from the bar. He could have kept sixes blocked, but anyway, Albert makes the deuce and gets a builder to the 6-point. So he's maybe hoping to put a little bit of an attack on here. So 3-1 for Marty. What's Marty going to do with this number? He can just kind of keep it all together and maybe run into the outfield, try to dodge an ace, a deuce, or some of Albert's 9s are going to hit. The 9s aren't too scary because Albert's got or Marty's going to have return shots. Even if he gets hit with an ace here, he's going to have a bunch of return shots. Double 3. So this does hit if Albert wants it to. Oh, I'm sorry. It's blocked. It's blocked. Albert cannot hit with the double 3 because Marty has him blocked on the 15-point. So yeah, he's going to have to do something like this. Okay, so not too bad. He's still got contact. Double 5s looks pretty good. It's going to make the 3-point, and then or this. You know, Marty has already cubed. So yeah, actually Marty I think plays. But I was thinking maybe make the 3-point, but there's no cover for the ace, and he would still have to clear the position. So instead, Marty just capitalizes on his racing lead and runs everything around, and now he's clearing the 10-point, and he's still got some threats because Albert's got that blot on Marty's 3-point. Marty's got some numbers that are gonna be able to hit and cover. Let's see if he gets one. No, he gets a 3-1, so he can make the 3-point. Or he can just kind of keep threatening it, make Albert roll a good number. So that's what he does. He covers on the ace, and he's gonna force Albert to roll a good number to safety that blot, and Albert does, and he quickly safeties the blot with the 2, and then he slots with the 3, and so double 6 now for Marty. So just 2 more points to clear. Marty's got a pretty decisive race lead. He just has to be able to come home safely. Will he be able to do it? 5-1 helps a lot. This clears the bar and gives him no bad numbers next roll. 6-2. Okay, so just 4 bad numbers. 6-1 and 6. I'm sorry, 6-1 and 5-1. Albert's running. He doesn't want to lose a freak G. Oh, 6-1. He does it. Marty rolls one of the numbers, so he leaves an ace shot. And this is what a swing! Albert hits that shot. Ace 6 into the outfield. Let's see. Marty has only 3 checkers off, so that's a game-winning hit. Albert recubes to 4. It's a pass. So 2-0 lead for Albert. Wow. Okay, so 4-3 for Marty. He brings 2 down, and now 5-2 for Albert. He slots 5-3 for Marty. He's going to hit. He could also make the 5-point, but he wants to hit. Two, 1, and maybe Albert's supposed to slot again. Yeah, he does. He slots again. 4-3, so Marty can hit again, or similar choice. He can make his 5-point, or he can just try to maybe run the safety. He can play 16-9. Actually, don't like 16-9. I'd like either the 5-point or hitting. I think I would make the 5-point here. He's already got 3 back. It's true that Albert's likely to make his own 5-point and kind of equalize the board strength, but then Albert would still have 3 checkers back, and Marty would have only 1. Marty is hitting. He's hitting and covering his 10-point. Now 6-4, so Albert can come in with the 4, but no real good 6. And so he slots the 7, 3-2 for Marty. Marty's going to hit with the 2. The question is whether he wants to send another one back. He decides he doesn't. So he hits Albert off his 4-point, and now Albert rolls a 5-1, which does not hit back. He has to hit back inside. And Marty paused for a minute. Now he rolls a 3-6. This is a very interesting game. Lots of action going on here. Albert's got 4 men sent back, but Marty's still playing aggressively. He's got 2 blots in the outfield. He's investing and building up his board. 5-2, so Albert can hit one of those checkers. He hits on the 10-point and covers. Now double aces for Marty. He comes in, makes the 5-point. That's a really excellent roll. I think Marty's going to be in a position to cube next roll. Unless Albert rolls something really good. 4-2. Is that good enough? You know, Albert's hitting. He's at least threatening something with the hit, but I think Marty can just double from the roof. Yeah, Marty's doubling, and can Albert take this cube? He's got 3 checkers behind a broken 4 prime, which is looking to extend. He's got some blots in his inner board. If that blot isn't hit, though, Albert can't put an offense together. He decides against it. He lets it go. So 2-1. 2-1 lead for Albert. This is the deciding match. Double match is the phrase I heard before. I'm going to have to find out who to credit with it, but this is for the club championship. 4-2 for Albert. Makes the 4-point. Now a 6-2 for Marty. Is he going to split a run? He splits. 5-2 for Albert. He's going to knock Marty off the ace and split on himself. 5-2 for Marty. Doesn't hit back, but it establishes as an anchor, so good for Marty. Four 2 for Albert. He's able to make an anchor. Marty's on roll. He's evaluating the race. 5-1 is he's going to have to leave something. He cannot play safe with this number, so he comes down with the 5. Gets a little bit closer with the 1, duping the 5s that Albert needs to hit and cover. $5-2 for Albert, so he can hit if he wants, and he can actually hit and continue safely to the mid. I think that's what he should do. That's what he does. So Marty needs an ace to hit back. He gets the ace to hit back, and then he scooches forward up to the 22-point. Albert rolls double aces. What will he do? He can switch. He can switch and take away half of Marty's roll. Switching from the 4 to a 3, he does give up a good point with the 4-point. The 3-point is not as good as the 4, and he would have now 2 gaps in his inner board. It's a tactical play because it takes away some of Marty's roll. The alternative would have been, I guess, to just come all the way up to the 21. 4-6. Marty leaps into the outfield. Now 3-1. Albert can either hit or anchor. I think he will hit. He is hitting. He's hitting and advancing to his 9-point. Now double 4. Looks like Marty fanned double 4, and this is going to make a point, either the 4-point or the 5-point. you know, if he's going to make the 5-point, he doesn't necessarily have to come down with the last one. He can come out, and I think he sees that now. And oh, what happened? Oh, I see. Marty did not. I was thinking Marty was on the bar. Marty was not on the bar. Marty must have rolled a 7 and got to the 18. Yeah, we're having a little bit of lag with our connection here. A 3-1 for Albert now. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 4-2, not 3-1. I'm completely seeing that wrong. Okay, so Albert anchors up and brings the 4 down safely. 6-4 for Marty. He's just going to run around. Albert's got a few 7s that hit here. 6-4 does not hit, but he can maybe build his inner board. That's what he does. He covers the 5 and looks like he's going to slot the 2. Yep. Double 5 for Albert, just kind of escapes. And for the last 2, he can either stay there or cover the blot. I think I would just run. I would hope to be missed and then have a comfortable... He's still thinking about it, though. I think he just wants to run and trying to get into a race. That number puts him ahead in the race, I think. Maybe 16 pips he's up before the roll, so minus 70. I think he's up 9. If I counted it right, Albert's up 9 pips, so I don't think that's enough to double this yet, but he is winning. I think he wants to. I think he wants to roll here. If it's only 9 pips, well, let's make sure. Let's count. Yeah, 9 pips. He's only up 9 pips. Oh, double 5, another double 5. So now he's up 29, and Marty's going to have to roll pretty big to have a take. He does not roll big enough, and this is just a double pass, I believe. Double pass. So Albert leaps out to a 3-1 lead. 3-1. Three, 2 for Marty. He brings 2 down. 6-1 for Albert. He makes the bar point. Now 3-1. Marty's able to make his 5-point. Six, 4. Pretty good roll for Albert. He's able to hit in the outfield. Now another 6-4. Gets his checkers are sort of escaped. Marty's spread out and looking to build his inner board. Double 2s is a phenomenal roll. This points on the 5-point and makes the 4. Great roll for Albert. 3-5. Marty comes in and brings a builder into his 5-point. Then Albert can think about the cube here. He's not going to think too long. He's just doubling. He's got 9 checkers in the zone. He's hoping to put on an attack here. Marty's got a blot on his board, and he's only got a 2-point board compared to Albert's 3-point board. Albert's also got his checkers escape. Marty decides it's too much. He lets it go. So another point into Albert's column. He's now up 4-1. 4-1 for Albert. On to the next game. 6-2. Albert's going to split. 6-3 for Marty. He hits and splits with the 3. 5-3 for Albert. So how will he play it? He comes in with the 5 and safeties with the 3. Okay. Marty's got lots of good rolls, though. 3-2 is one of them. He makes the 5-point on Albert's head. 2-1 for Albert. He's going to come in, I think, and hit loose. I think he wants to hit. He got to play backgammon. It's the early game. Marty is ahead in development. And so I can see that Albert maybe doesn't want to get another checker sent back because Marty's outboarding him, but it's only a 2-point board. Marty's 8-point is stripped, so It's not that easy for Marty to improve right away. He's going to have to like spend a roll or two to get some reinforcements up there. So I think the idea here is, is to get your checkers in play. You come in with the ace, and then you unstack the guys on your 6 point. This is a defensive play. This is just basically resisting having more checkers sent back. This is an attempt to build up a point without the shots. Okay, so Albert didn't want to hit, so double 5 now for Marty. He escapes his checker, one of them, into his outer board to the 14 point, and with the last 2, I guess he's gonna just make the 3, right? Like, why not make the 3? This is a 3rd point. Having made the 5, the 3 point's not that deep. 6-3 for Albert, so he's able to build a inner board point of his own, and now 2-1. Marty's gonna safety up and create a new builder. Double 3 is really good for Albert. He's able to advance his rear checkers, and then he can keep them going, or he can make the 3 point. He decides to make the 3 point. Okay. So now he equalizes in board strength, and now double 4. These guys are rolling the lights out, huh? Double 4 for Marty. So what's he going to do? He's going to make the bar and look for 2 more. He could either bring a builder down into the 5, or he can make the deuce point. He makes the deuce point. 6-1. Good roll also. So Albert makes the bar, and now double 5, and this is too fast. Too fast for Marty because he's behind the prime now, and that number is going to force him to start cracking down. He's only got a 4 prime. It's going to start cracking down. Albert's got a broken 5 prime, and it looks like it's just going to improve. So Albert might be thinking about doubling here. The thing is, though, Marty's going to be way ahead in the race, so Marty's going to have chances to kind of scramble home and slime this home. Albert's only got a 3-point board. The main market loser is like double 4 and double 2s and 4 2s, and maybe a big double like double 5 and double 6. I don't think this is a pass yet. And so I don't even think it's a double yet. And Albert feels similarly. He rolls. He brings 2 down. Okay, so he's putting on the pressure with this play. He's like really trying hard to make that 4 point. He's going to have 4 active builders. He would break the 8 point to make that 4 point. He's leaving Marty with 4 numbers, but Marty does not roll one of them. And now a 6-2 for Marty. And now the situation has changed. I think Albert's going to be able to double now, and maybe now it's now the threat of the 4 point is just too much, and Marty might have to let this go, even with the score. If Albert makes that 4 point, it's pretty much a win, and it's pretty hard now for Marty to last roll, Marty at least may have had some hopes of rolling a 3 and getting up to the edge, and then making it. Maybe Albert wouldn't be so diverse, but Albert really improved a lot with that 4-3. He's got a ton of diversity here. Marty, I'm sure, is running the race, but I just don't know. Like, this is not a race yet. It's going to be tough for him to get into a race. The main thing is, let's see. So, threes aren't so great for Albert because his 3s on the rear side are blocked, and he cannot use the 3 to make the 4 point. Because that would cost him the bar point. He's not going to leave a shot to make the 4 point, except maybe a fly shot. He would leave like a 6-1. That's all he's going to be willing to leave to make that 4 point. Other numbers seem to play okay for Albert. Even a number like 5-1 just puts additional pressure. Marty takes the cube. Okay, he snatches it up. Marty snatches it up. Is that a double 2? I think it is a double 2, and that makes the 4 point. And now it's a full prime. Marty can try to keep his 3 point block, but it would cost him. He would risk having another checker sent back. He can make the ace and keep the block, or he can just kind of give up on the block and try to not have another checker sent back and basically give up on the game. All right, so he's making the ace. He's this wins a little bit more. This gets gammon a little bit more. Marty is pretty far behind in this match. If he loses the game, he's in pretty bad shape. He'll be 3 away, 8 away. That's got to be like maybe 20%, I think. And he'll have about 20% left to win the game, the match. I'm sorry. So maybe he does want to focus more on winning chances than saving gammons. Okay, 3-2. 3-2 for Marty. So does he want to hit? I don't think he wants to hit. He plays 6-1. Okay. Hoping not to get hit hoping not to have to leave a blot and get hit. 5-2. So Albert's trying to roll his prime forward. He's slotting the 2-point. 2-1. Now a double 6. Okay, what happened here? So a double 6 for Albert. I guess he's trying to figure out whether he wants to close Marty out or keep fishing, right? Looks like there is risk in fishing. He doesn't need to, he doesn't need to go for the gammon. He just kind of wants to win this game and secure the 2 more points and get 3 away, 8 away. So he's going to have some awkward 5s next roll. 2-1. Okay, so he's able to hit loose. So far, so good. He's hoping to get hit now with the ace and then be able to maybe stay on the bar or come in on Marty's 4-point and pick up another checker. But he still has to allow for not getting hit. So I think he needs to play 8-6 with the... He has a 2 left to play, I believe. Oh, no. He has a 1 left to play, I think. Yes, the 1 is a little bit trickier. So with the 1, okay, he moves forward. I didn't really have a chance to look at the numbers, but this looks fine. I guess Marty fanned. Albert's pausing, but the cube's already been turned, so he can't be thinking about doubling. So 3-1. He covers the board. Now double 1s. 1 more to go. I think he wants to move up to the 4-point. Okay, he comes in. I think the 4-point might have been slightly more flexible, but not a big deal. So 4-3. He clears the 6. Now 6-2. Marty fans. 5-3. So will he invest it all in the gammon? No, he's not. He's playing completely safe. So 6-3. Marty gets off the bar. He's into the outfield. 3-2 and 6 for Marty. He's got an ace to play. He can toy with the idea of 5-4. Not a big deal, but he. I don't think it matters. I would just play 5-4, I think. Either play is fine. Albert's got 4 checkers off. Marty has a few winning chances, not much. he almost never gets gammon, so may as well just make the play that that wins the most. So maybe by a few tenths of a percent, that's going to be 5-4. It also gets him off on. You know, if he rolls double four, he wants to be he wants to get a checker off. So, or just you know, same thing with 4-3. He would rather get that checker off. Yeah, so he does it. He goes 5-4, 6-1. Albert rips 2, double threes. Okay, gets 2 checkers off. Double twos. Not enough. Marty needs to roll a big set now where it's gin, and he doesn't do it. So 6-1. Now a 6-1 lead for Albert. He's 3 points away from the crown. 3 away, 8 away. As we said before, Marty's got about 20% on the match equity table here. So definitely a lot of chances for Marty to still win this match. 20% is still a reasonable chance. And Marty's going to be aggressive at the score. He slots with the 4-1, but Albert responds with a 4-1 of his own, able to hit. He scooches both checkers up. 1-6 for Marty, not so good. He comes into the outfield. Now double threes is a great roll for Albert. He's going to be able to anchor and make a new point somewhere. I think he might make the 10-point heavy, actually. He could just make the 6. Oh, he's hitting. Yeah, he can just make the... He could make the bar point with both of them. But, you know, with the score like this, I might make a stodgier play. I just might lock up that anchor and then make the 10-point heavy. You could also lock up the anchor and hit. That's kind of a compromise play. I'm not sure if I would hit. Albert likes to hit. Could be right. It's a very early game. He's not too concerned about the returns, but okay, 5-2. So he hits and makes the 5-point. Okay, 5-2. Marty hits back, and now 3-1. 3-1. He can hit again if he wants, but I think he is hitting. Again, I would think he should just make the anchor here and make some stodgy plays at this score. 1-4. So Marty's gonna. So he's got a number of plays. He can come in with the ace and then either hit with the 4 or cover with the 4, or maybe he comes in with the 4 and hits with the ace. That's the sort of action play. That's the play I like here. Just unstack those checkers. I think he has to hit. I don't think playing 13-9 is too... Oh, he's playing 13-9. Okay, so he's deciding he doesn't need to hit. He's going to let Albert have his full roll. 6-2 for Albert. Albert makes the bar. Marty's got 3 checkers back on a 24-point. That's a sign of inflexibility, but I think it's often a overestimate. It's not as inflexible as it looks when your opponent only has a 2-point board. So it is a flaw in Marty's position, but it's not the worst thing. So Marty's able to come off with the ace, and now with a 5, Albert's slotting the back of his 3 prime. 4-1 now for Marty. Not very productive. I guess he's going to hit and maybe come closer. Like 23-22 is what I'm thinking. He's going to come closer. This way, if Albert rolls a 5 that makes the 8-point, he's not completely primed in. He can maybe anchor up on the 22-point and be at the edge. Another play would be 24-23 and just kind of dig into the defense and basically, that type of play would invite Albert to kind of make the 8-point because it's a contact. Just not sure Marty wants to commit to that defensive of a posture at this point. He can just come up to the 22-point. He's even reconsidering whether he wants to hit. He can slot. He can maybe use a 4 productively to slot. This is a pretty mediocre roll. I think I like coming up to the 22. I'm not sure about the 4. You can play 13 and 9, but hitting seems better than giving up the midpoint in that situation. So I just keep coming back to hit and 22. I guess I really like 22, and for the 4, I guess I can't decide between 2 and maybe slotting. Like slotting might be correct. That's like Marty's looking at the slot and the so he's slotting and making the 23. So he's digging into the defense and slotting. So okay, it's kind of an interesting play there. There's a lot of possibilities. I'm not sure what's right. I kind of like Marty's slot on the 4-point. The ace, I really was leaning toward 22, but I see the merit of this play. Now 4-3, this is pretty good. Marty establishes a second anchor in Albert's board. Double ones, not the best for Albert. He'd have liked to extend his 3' to a 4'. Instead, he's forced to kind of move that slot inside. And so, yeah, he has a bunch of builders, but those builders don't, they have to go to the 3-point. The 3-point is valuable, but really the point Albert wants to make here is the 8. He wants to kind of build an outside prime. When you're defending against a back game, you kind of want to build an outside prime, and then recirculate your checkers. You want to hold that prime as long as you can, and kind of like force your opponent to run out of time and bury his checkers. Anyway, 6-4 now for Albert. 6-4, and this is a tricky play. I might slot the 3-point here. Like I might slot the 3 and just kind of, the problem with making the aces is just now 2 checkers out of play. I guess they were sort of already out of play. They were only going to be useful to make the 3-point or the ace point anyway, unless Marty runs off that 21 point. Then they would have been useful for the 4. But for now, I guess this is okay. I might have just slotted the 3. The 3 is more valuable than the ace because it also blocks the 2-point. And I would not have minded at all being hit. So like 6-4, I would have maybe slotted the 3. Anyway, 6-5 now for Marty, and so if he covers this with the 6, then what does he do with the 5? Probably slot the 3. He can just with Albert having made that ace point, he's got reasonable chances to. I think kind of just play this as a back game. If the timing goes bad, he can just leave from the 21 point, and he'll have a really good contact from the 23. On the other hand, he can just leave now. He can make the 10 point right now and just kind of keep the block on Albert's 20 point. It's just the best time to leave the 21 is when Albert's kind of stripped. Albert is probably very happy to get the chance to make that 4 point. If Marty runs from it now, Albert's going to have ace deuces and some 9s, maybe some 3s that hit, and Marty's only got a 1 point board with a blot in it. So Albert would, I think, be willing to hit loose. That 4 point is very valuable. Marty's aware of this. He's playing this role very carefully. 10 point blocks Albert's 20, but it gives up the chance of. It gives Albert some chances to make a powerful 4 point. So Marty keeps the anchor. He builds up his board. Now 6-3. This was a 9. This would have hit loose on the 4 point. So I think Marty's happy with his play. He did not want to be hit loose on that 4 point. Now 6-3. Albert's going to slot the 3 point. That's all he's got, other than giving up his anchor. I don't think he wants to give it double 3. So Albert kept the anchor. It's a good thing because otherwise this number would have played phenomenally. Now it's kind of blocked. So Marty's going to have to. He's going to have to. Instinctually you want to play safe, but this is a position where Marty doesn't mind getting hit. He doesn't mind getting hit here. The main thing he wants to do is keep Albert from escaping into the outfield cleanly. And so that's what he does. He keeps his he uses those. He doesn't. He spreads out. He leaves 2 blots, but those blots are basically guarding the escape numbers. They're keeping Albert from escaping cleanly into the outfield. Marty's okay with Albert getting into the outfield with a hit because that keeps Marty's timing together. He can. Now 6-3. I think Marty can hit. Right? Marty can hit now, and I think he should do it. He's got a 3-point board. Albert's got another blot sitting around, and So last roll, Marty didn't mind getting hit. This roll, he will mind getting hit because he will only have a single point in the board. So some of the most dangerous parts of a back game is trying to transition to the forward game. You go from the back game where you have a double anchor, and then you have to give up one of them sometimes to convert to the forward game, and that can be the most dangerous part of the game. 5-3. Albert has an awkward roll, and Marty could have considered cubing maybe there, but he didn't, and now he fans. Now 5-2. Albert can hit with the 2, but really he wants to cover with the 2. I think he wants to cover with the 2 and come out with the 5. Play B is to just hit twice. He can hit twice, but he thinks better of it. He makes the 4-point board, and now double 5s does not cover, or does it? No, it does not. It does not cover, but it does bring in a new builder. He can get a builder onto the 10-point, and then maybe he just runs both of them there. He could stay back and try and pick them all up, but he doesn't need to pick them all up. He would like to pick those checkers up, actually. Marty's only got the single guy in the bar. Albert wins a lot more gammons. Just not sure how much. So stepping out kind of saved him from getting attacked. But anyway, Marty hits with the 4. Albert fans, and now Marty's on roll. He's now thinking of cubing this one. I think if he's going to cube this, he should have cubed from the roof before when Albert had was a whole lot more vulnerable. Anyway, Marty does not cube. He makes the 4-point. Albert now comes in with the 2-4, and now Marty's got a serious decision here because he's down 3 away, 8 away. He has to get the cube activated. Albert's got a loose blot. Marty's going to be on the attack. He can even win this game with just a prime. Yeah, I think. Albert knows Marty's thinking about the cube. He's getting the cube ready over there. Those other 2 2s, the green 2 and the yellow 2 cubes, those represent the match score. This is a best of 5 format for the club champion, and it is 2 matches to 2 matches. That's what those other 2s are. So the 64 cube is the active cube in the game. Centered cube, so no double for Marty. So 5-1. He has a choice of either attacking or solidifying. He goes with the attack. Now double 5s, Albert fans, and Marty didn't roll the roll. He didn't double the roll before, but he's improved, and now he's going to cube now. And what do you do if you're Albert here? Marty still has 3 checkers back. 2 of them are behind kind of a broken 4 prime. You've got a loose block, but it's not in direct range. Marty has 6s and 4s to cover, but he's not even guaranteed of covering. So it looks like Marty. It looks like Alex passes. Looks like Marty had a lot of work to do to bring it home, but losing a gammon there would be very disappointing for Albert. It would have made the score 6-5. So he bows out. He yields a point, and now it's 6-2. 6-2. So it's 3 away, 7 away. 3 away, 7 away. Looks like both players have rolled 5-4. Now 6-4. 6-4 for Albert. He can either anchor and then leave a blot, or he can make his 2-point. So he anchors and leaves a blot. He slots the 7. He also could have slot at the deuce, which may have been okay because he's got the extra spare on his 8 point, so maybe he could have played the safer play to deuce, but he aimed for the more productive point. Okay, now 1-6, so he gets hit, and now 1-6. To 6, I think he's going to come out, although, again, he can play 8-2 and try to stay back. 2 points not really a point you want to make, though. The last time, the reason for playing 8-2 was just for safety consideration. This time, safety is less of a deal because he's got so many checkers back. So coming out seemed okay. So, okay, now Albert comes out. He's getting hit around. Marty's now made his bar point. Albert's still got 3 checkers back, and he rolls another awkward 6. He's forced to slot again, 13-7. Marty hits again, and Marty's creeping up on a cube here, 4-2. Albert can make another advanced anchor, I think. I think he's going to make the 21 point here. He can stay back and try and play a 5-2 back game, but maybe that's right. I'm not sure, because it does allow him to slot a point in his board, so he gets the benefit of starting a point in his board. But Marty is thinking about the cube, when you're behind this much in the match, you have to be aggressive with the cube. 3 away, 7 away. Basically, it's a dead cube for Albert. He never gets to really turn that cube to 4. So Marty's doubling. Albert snaps it up. I'm not sure what Marty's market losers are, to be honest. Anyway, 4-2 for Albert. Albert's building up his board with a 6-2. Now a 5-4. 5-4 for Albert. I think he's just going to clear the midpoint. He can also slot the 3 and let a checker get hit and sit back. He's not too concerned about that. So yeah, he's leaving the shots. Getting hit does kind of increases the number of gammons he loses, although maybe he's not too worried about that at this point. But Marty definitely would like to get a gammon here and even up the score. So 4-2 for Marty. Is he still? Sorry, I missed what was going on here. Not sure if Marty has played any of this role. He may have already played the 4-2 and is considering if he likes it, or maybe he has the whole role to play, or I'm not sure. Actually, I think he has the whole role to play. Yeah, I think he has the whole role to play, and so he's trying to decide if he wants to leave a direct shot. He can play 13-7. It leaves aces and 8s to hit. Again, when you're kind of defending this, this is sort of a back game, I guess. The timing could work in Albert's favor, although it doesn't look that favorable. But a lot of times when you're defending it, a play like 3 and 4 could be reasonable. Marty doesn't mind getting hit with an ace if it causes Albert to break his 23 point, and then maybe Marty can recirculate the checker. The thing is, though, Marty's got 3 checkers on his 6 point, so the prospects of building an outside prime just aren't there. At some point, Marty's going to have to shift into high gear and try and just bring this home. I think I would slot the 3. Actually, I think I would try to. I would hope to be hit and recirculate the checker. I'm not too scared of Albert's board. I'm not even sure if Albert's going to be happy to hit with some of his aces. And what else is that checker going to do? What else is that checker on the 7 point? Where else is it going to go? doesn't look like Albert's going to be forced to vacate his 20-point anytime soon. So that would be a great place for that checker to go, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be an opportunity that's available anytime soon. Marty's thinking hard about it. There's another play. He can bring 2 down and maybe invite Albert off that 20-point. Those are also risky hits for Albert, but maybe he's more willing to hit when there's 2 blots out there. If Albert can hit 2 blots and make a 4-point board, that's a pretty serious situation for Marty. He's only hit those 3 checkers on a 6-point are just keeping him from building a prime. And the best priming points he can make in this position is the 3-point, because he can't prime the 20-point, but he can prime the 23-point. And so I might just do that. I might just slot the 3-point and play 6 to 4. Aim for at least he can't make the outside prime. He can try to make a different prime. Oh, but he's stacking up. He's playing 13 to 7. He doesn't mind being hit with the ace on the outside. So 5-2. Albert is not able to hit. He can't cover either, so he's just spreading his builders out. He's going to try and cover the 3-point, or if he rolls a number that makes the 5, he would probably choose to do that instead. So 6-4, and now Marty slots the 3. He's kind of forced with that play. 6-4 is going to... well, it's interesting. He can cover with the 6, but then what does he do with the 4? He can run out with both of them and just kind of play this defensive game and hope to maybe make the 5-point next time. That's what he's doing. He's running into the outfield. So 4-3. This is going to cover. Maybe he puts 2 checkers there. Maybe he covers it. Maybe he double covers. He can also play 7 to 4 and try to begin clearing his outside points. So if he keeps the spare on the bar point, that has the advantage of he can hold that point a little bit longer and maybe help him clear the 8-point. So 5-1. Albert's going to cover and then bring another builder around. He's aiming at the 6-point now. 6-5 for Marty, so this play's safe. He makes the ace. 5-1. Albert's going to slot. He's getting ready. He needs that 5-point to be ready. Now double ones. Marty can make the 5, but it's going to cost him a gap. Or he can just bring him in. He's going to have a gap either way. It's going to be on the 5-point or 7-point. I think he wants the gap outside, not inside. So he makes the 5-point. 6-1. 6-1. This also has the benefit. If something goes wrong, he's got a 5-point board. 6-5. The 6 doesn't play, but the 5 does to the ace. And now Marty's kind of stripped down. Oh, double 6. Albert only has 3 of them to play. And so Marty's got some bad numbers, but he rolls a good one. 5-3 is going to clear the outside point. Albert is forced to run into the outfield, and now Marty rolls a 6-3. Safely clears the 6. Albert makes a 5-point board. Double 5s. Marty can maybe squeak out another tricky backgammon. Oh, but instead he leaves a shot. Oh no! Oh, disaster. 6-2. Okay, it's not hit yet, but this is a disaster for Marty. He was like cruising home, and now he's forced to leave a shot. 4-3. Albert misses it. Runs into the outfield, and double 2. Marty's only able to get 1 checker off. And Albert saves the G, so 2 points for Marty. He tightens it up the score. It's now 6-4. So 3 away, 5 away. 3 away, 5 away. Okay, Albert opens with a 5-4. 5-4 for Albert. He splits. 6-5 for Marty. He runs. Now 5-1 for Albert. I think he's just going to run into the outfield. He wants to kind of avoid being attacked on the inside. He doesn't want to dump any checkers to the ace. So 3-1. Marty makes the 5-point. But Albert was able to escape. So 4-1. He comes down with the 4. He's just continuing to the 9-point. Can also come up. So coming up kind of freezes Marty from using the 8-point to make the 4-point without leaving a blot. So Albert sees that. He likes that idea. And as part of it, he kind of dodges getting pointed on with the double 5. Double 5 is still good for Marty. It makes the 3-point, but Albert's happy not to have him pointed on. And now a double 4 for Albert. He's going to be able to make 2 points. In his inner board, he can also make the 9-point. Maybe he wants to make, the 8-point and the 2-point don't really go well together. He could instead of unstacking the 6 and making the deuce, he can make the 9, and then it's two new builders into range. Although he sees that Marty's got a 3-point board of his own and he might be under attack, he's trying to build up his own board as a defensive measure. Marty thought about it. 3-1. Marty can play safe or he can go on the attack. He plays safe. He brings a builder down and diversifies. Now 3-2 for Albert. He's buttoning up himself. He's making the 10-point. He can either come up, but he doesn't want to. He'll be in range of Marty's builder, so he instead comes down, even though it leaves another blot. And Marty's thinking about the cube again. The score is a consideration here. 4-1. 4-1. So Marty can make the 9-point. The reason for that is just that it's safe. It doesn't really, it's not that big of a block. It's also another checker in the zone that he can attack with, but maybe he has enough in the zone. He's deciding maybe he can attack now and go on the attack now. Albert does have that loose blot. This would be a volatile play. If Albert hits back, he would secure a sizable lead in this game, but he's not a favorite to hit back, so let's see what happens. Oh, 2-1, he does hit back. He hits back, and he's going to be able to pick up his blot, so he's playing with 1 blot. Now 5-6 for Marty. He quickly leaps into the outfield. He does not risk giving up his 8-point to attack, and 6-4 now for Albert. So his back checker is stuck. He's going to have to play 2 off his 10-point. It's the only semi-safe play he's got. So now he's got he does have another blot. Now 2-1 for Marty. He can. I think he's going to hit here. If he hit before, he may as well hit now. Especially Albert's got some builders in his board now. So if Marty doesn't hit, Albert might be forced to hit him back, or Albert might be forced to attack. Maybe Marty's not too worried about that. Maybe he welcomes a chance to send another checker back. But okay, now double 4. Double 4 for Albert. This just makes the 5, I believe. He cannot escape from the back. I don't see what else he can do that's productive, so you just make the 5-point here. It's a pretty good roll. If Marty doesn't get out, then Albert can maybe go on the attack. 5-2. Marty can hit. I think Marty might be behind in this race. If Albert just leaps into the outfield, he's going to be winning this race, and he's got attack numbers. So maybe he could have hit. Oh, 6-1. 6-1 for Albert. So the choice is between hitting loose, playing with 4 blots, or he can just kind of safety up. Yeah, he safeties up. And creates a new builder in the process. A double 2 for Marty. And what does this do? This makes the bar, and I mean, he can maybe come up, but I wouldn't come up. I would make the. I would not step into Albert's builders. It does dupe the 2s that Albert needs to Albert would need 2s to both hit and leap and skip forward. I'm not sure what I would do with the other 2. Yeah, I guess this is fine. If Albert attacks, and then Marty's thinking of sequence like he can be attacked, and then if Albert rolls a 2, Marty doesn't want to have direct shots. He doesn't want to let Albert escape by hitting a shot. He's okay if Albert leaps into the outfield. It's okay if Albert leaps into the outfield with the checker and he has double coverage, but he does not want to let Albert escape with a shot. I think he has to do this to, if he wants to hit, he's got to play 3 of them off the 8-point, and then the last one is just kind of, it's just too loose. So this is a pretty solid play. Yeah, I like this. Okay, he does it. I do like this play. 4-3, so Albert's going to point on him. There's a lot of numbers that did this. Marty's just going to have to weather the storm. Marty fans, a 6-2, so Albert leaps into the outfield. Marty needs to come in now. Oh, he doesn't. And this is a 3-away, 5-away score. Albert can actually think about cubing here. Guess he thinks it's too good. He's thinking too good. I guess it is too good because what was bad? I don't know what was bad. I guess double 6 might have been bad for Albert. Double 6 looks like was the only bad number. Oh, he's even contemplating giving Marty 3-1 and 3-3. If Marty rolls 3-2, I'm not sure if that's enough to. Marty could roll something like 3-2. Is that enough to regain the market? I'm not sure. But the hitters definitely are crushing. I don't. Only 3 numbers, and there's a big, huge gain to Albert. If he's able to pick up one or even both of those checkers, he would win a gammon. He would go from, so winning the gammon. So if he wins a single game, he's 2-away, 5-away, so he's 75%. If he wins a gammon, he would be 1-away, 5-away Crawford. So that's like, was that 16%? So he would pick up, it's like 9 extra percent. But losing the game, so basically I'm figuring out his gammon value here. Losing the game, he goes from 75 to even, so he gives up 25, so he's risking, anyway, he played safe, and now he closed Marty out, and he can still win a gammon from this position. 3-1, gets a checker off. Actually, I think he's got decent gammon chances from here. He's achieved a pretty ideal bear off. Marty fans rips one off. He's got 2 more to play. I think he's just going to clear the 5-point. He can go for the G that way, but I'm not even sure how much faster that is because he's gonna be stuck playing safely. If he gets hit, it's just a big swing. So I think he's just gonna play safely. This isn't that much slower. I don't think it's. So it does. Obviously the other way gets 2 more checkers off, but he's gonna have to slow down in the rolls after that. So 6-1. Yeah, the main sequence is the other play gains is when Marty comes in above him, and he has 2 more checkers off. So 6-2. Marty's racing to save the G. Albert's got 6 more checkers to get off. Marty's got 6 crossovers to save the G, so... but Albert rolls a deuce and misses, so that's going to buy Marty an extra roll, usually to save the G. Oh, but Albert rolls double 3s. Oh, baby! Marty's now he's a favorite to get G. Now he needs a good number. He needs a really good number. I'm not going to bother counting how many numbers get out. I'm just going to see what the dice come up, and double 4 is not good enough. He's not good enough. So Albert wins a gammon, and he moves up to 8-4. 8-4 now. Crawford 1-away, 5-away. So Marty's down to about 16% here. Same odds as rolling a set. That happens all the time. So Marty's not dead yet, but he needs a set. Equivalent. (5-4). Marty splits. 4-3. Albert hits loose. So at this score, it's basically just make the DMP plays. Albert doesn't mind losing a gammon here. All he's giving up is a free drop. It's not worth too much, maybe a percent or so. The main thing Albert wants to avoid is losing a backgammon. This is a backgammon go score. The backgammon would save Marty would make it DMP instead of one away, four away. So double twos for Albert. He comes in, he hits, and he has two more. He's going to make an advanced anchor, semi-advanced anchor. 5-1 for Marty. I think he's going to come in with the 5 and unstack with the 6 to 5. I think. And he can toy with the idea of playing 8 to 7, but I wouldn't do it. His midpoint is stripped, so he doesn't really have that many covers for the bar. So 6-4. Albert hits with the 6, and he's looking around for a 4. He can continue and pick up a second checker. Yeah, I guess I don't really see anything else that's particularly good. So this seems fine to me. So double threes. Marty's able to come in with both. He makes the 22 point. Then he's got 2 more. What's he gonna do? I guess maybe he just brings 2 more builders down. He makes the 10 point. It does kind of. Those are active builders for the 4 point and the bar point, so it's a valuable point. 6-2 for Albert. Not the best. Again, Albert's not worried about getting gammon here, so he can just make kind of a DMP play. You know, he can slot maybe. Slot is a play. This is a decent play too. That spare on the 4 point isn't well placed. I might have slotted. This seems more fun. I don't mind getting hit and maybe falling into a back game. It's pretty hard to get backgammon. It's a long way to go before I worry about getting backgammon. So I might have just made I think the DMP play might have been to try and build that 5 point. I really wanted that point, but anyway, on we go. Now a double 5 for Marty, so he can come in with the first one, and then his remaining checker. Our board was just bumped, but we can still see it. Some anxious kibitzers want to see what's going on. Anyway, double five for Marty. So he's running around. He's played 3 of them so far. He's got 1 more to go, and it looks like it's just going to keep going. It's going to go to the 5 point. He can keep some playable 6s maybe by going to the ace. He would now have an extra builder on the 10 point, but really he can play off the 10 point. He would be happy to break the 10 point to make either the 4 or the 7. So I don't think he needs to dump to the ace just yet. He can keep the builders in front of Albert's checkers. Marty's still thinking, all right, finally he decides to go all the way, so he puts the builder into the 5 point. Now 5-4 for Albert. He's going to run into the outfield, so, Marty, I think, is ahead in this race, but Albert's got outfield control 4-5. This does not hit. Marty would have liked to hit one of those fly shots in the outfield, but the 5-4 isn't going to do it, so he makes the ace point. Albert still has some work to do to clean up those blots. Maybe Marty can hit a fly shot the next time. Albert can't see the roll. Looks like double 1. I believe it's double 1. Yes, so he's made his 5 point and safetied up one of his blots. 6-4. Marty makes the 4 point, so Marty's got a little bit of 6-4 for Albert. I think he should just run them both. He can just put both of them into the... Oh, no, I see. Marty would have aces and 3s ahead. I'm thinking... I for a second, I didn't see that Marty still had that spare on the 10 point. So, yes, so 6-4. This is the play, playing safe. 6-2. I think Marty's going to just slot the deuce. He's just going to... await for further developments. I think it's a little too risky to play a different 6. He can't really run with the 6, I don't think. He is considering, though. Marty is ahead in this race. He's trying to convert this into a race, but it just looks like he's still got the reasonable block on Albert's rear checker, 6-1. Albert can make a bid for the outfield or just also wait for the developments. He's waiting for the double 6 for Marty. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. He runs. So Marty looks like is going to be a pretty good favorite now. He just has to be able to come home safely. He's going to need to clear the 8-point and the 10-point. If he has the chance to clear the 8-point next roll, he'll probably do it. So a number like 4-2, I'm guessing 5-2, 4-2, 5-2, a number like that, double 2. So double 2. Well, this is the same idea. Like, is he going to clear the 8-point or is he going to clear the 10-point? And I think he wants to clear the 8-point here. That's my guess. I'm not completely certain. So if he clears the 8-point, he's going to basically be leaving a fly 7 shot, and all this, it's going to be 6 numbers. So maybe he leaves less. Maybe he rates to leave less by just clearing the 10, because with double 2s he can leave a spare on the 8-point and play. He can basically play 4 and 8, and now he has a spare. So it kind of makes it a little bit safer to, against the 3-point. Clearing that 8-point can be a problem. He just wants the safest play. He just wants the DMP play. Coming in all the way may still also be correct. The race is not gin. Marty's pretty far up in the race. Well, let's count the race. So Marty's up. For 28, maybe 30 pips after. So Marty's just way ahead in the race. So, it's not a gin race, but even if Albert rolls boxes, Marty's still going to be a big favorite. So, there's not much winning chances left for Albert. So really it's just a matter of what is the safest play. Could be this. I'm not sure. I think getting a spare on the 4-point might be more valuable than covering the deuce, because he can play them both to the 4-point and have a nice set of spares there. I really like getting a spare to the 4-point. This is another way to do it. I honestly don't know what I would play. I think I would play this. I kind of like this, but. Man, it's just, it turns out to be right so often that clearing the 8-point ahead of the 10-point is right. It's just, I always have trouble doing it because I don't want to leave the 6 shots, and it just feels like I can clear. So Albert's kind of running. Did I miscount the race? I thought Marty was up 30 pips, but I must have gotten that wrong. If Albert's considering his play, I must be wrong. Or maybe he's just counting. All right, so 3-2. Okay, so Marty is now trying to clear that 8-point. 6-5. Albert's forced to leave. So Marty's got some numbers that point on. 6-4 clears. Good roll for Marty. 5-1. Oh, 5-3. Look at this. So if Marty wants to get a checker off, he's going to have to rip it off the 5-point and then leave a gap. But it's not so serious because he's got a ton of spares around it. He's not in any danger of leaving a... Oh, 5-3 is awkward, though. Now a 5-3 for Albert. I think he's going to stay back. He can think about running, but I think he wants to stay back. He's too far behind in this race. He does stay back, and now Marty leaves the shot. 6-5, a 3 for Albert. Does he get it? No. Double two, so he's going to run. So, wow, that was a near championship winning shot, right? Marty only had 4 checkers off. I'm not sure actually if it was 4. Clearly a lot of winning chances for Marty even after being hit, but would have been exciting. Instead, we get a different type of excitement. We get the match to continue. Marty's going to win this, and I'm going to try and catch them to adjust them. Okay, a bit of a break there. Bit of a break there while we had to rearrange our streaming station to move into a new location, but more comfortable location, a little bit more quiet for the players. For me, though, I am now outside. So I don't have, the sun is kind of bright and I can't really see the screen too well. So I'm not sure, we are capturing the stream at least, but not sure how much I'll be able to commentate. I'm going to have to make some adjustments. So this is post Crawford, basically a gammon go score. Winner of this match is going to be crowned the 2016-17 NEBC Club Champion. We've had a wonderful battle so far, and it's just coming down to this right here. So okay, I think I can see a little bit what's going on. So it looks like Marty has made his 4 and 11 point. Albert has escaped the checker. So has Marty. Now 5-4. Oh, I see. 5-4. Albert's considering running to the mid with the 5-4. Looks like he slots instead, and a cloud has floated by ahead, kind of blocking the sun. I can see a little bit better now. Thank you, Cloud. Okay, so Marty hits. 6-4. Albert fans. 5-4. So even though I hadn't said it before, but this is post Crawford. Marty has already turned the cube. If Marty wins a gammon, he's going to win the match. It's a gammon go basically situation here. And Marty's doing well. Double 6. This is a phenomenal roll for Marty. This is phenomenal. He can play for the gammon here. He can kind of go all out. He can make a 4-point board, put Albert up on the roof. It doesn't look that risky actually. Albert's got no board. He's got a blot inside it. It might not be the DMP play, but yeah, I think for sure he's going to be making the 2-point. He can also just play safely. He can come around to the 4 instead of going deep to the ace. But I think he wants to. He just wants to go on a blitz here. Even though Albert's got that anchor, he can still trap him up in the air. Not certain. I would build up the board. It kind of limits the amount of times Albert gets in. The quicker Albert gets in, the quicker he's going to build up his own board and cover up those blots. It is going to cost him some winning chances. I think if it were DMP, he would just kind of make a stodgy play and just bring this home. This is a stodgy play. Not as stodgy as coming all the way to the 4-point. This leaves 5-5 and 5-6 as hitters.
So this aims to make the 5-point. This aims to win more because it makes the 5-point so much more. Maybe this is the right idea. Maybe I'm just getting a little too aggressive. It's just too easy for Albert to come in and have a playable game. But I don't know. The Gammon Go it's just luring me for the big play here. I don't want to give Albert too many chances to... yeah, there is a completely non-hitting play. But, you know, with a number like this... you know, Marty can race around and win a gammon here. Or he can hit loose at some point later and... Albert be forced to hit him, and then Marty can pick up that loose spot in Albert's board. If he has a 4-point board when he does it, that's really scary for Albert. Marty kind of chooses the middle play. It's kind of a balanced play between hitting and aiming at the 5-point. Maybe this is right. This could be right. 2-1. So Albert comes in with the ace. Now he has to play a 2. Probably. Yep, probably coming up because he wants to avoid getting attacked while he has that blot on his board. 2-1, Marty makes the 5-point. So Marty's got a commanding lead in this game. Albert seems to have ducked out of gammon danger for the moment. This looks like fairly easy to save the gammon from here and maybe even hit a timely shot and win the game. Who knows? So on we go. 2-1 for Albert. He's building up his board. He now has his 5 and his 4 points. He's got reasonable builders to continue building to make his 3-point. Marty makes a safe play. He still has to clear his mid. 6-1. So a little bit of a decision for Albert. You know, the play that keeps his position most intact is to run into the outfield. The downside is the blots. The shots. The shot, if he gets stuck up on the bar, he could lose a gammon here, and that's a big deal at the score. You know, the other 6s, the other 6 would be to play 2 and then either 7 or 3, and try and like, you know, this gives Marty a good 6-4 actually too. The other if Albert wants to give Marty a bad 6-4, he's going to have to run all the way. Stopping on the 9-point gives Marty a good 6-4. Albert goes quietly. He slots his 2-point. Now a 5-4 for Marty, which is not very good, actually. He decides to clear now. He leaves a direct shot. Albert does not hit it. He rolls a double 4. So this will cover the 2, and then some kind of flexible positioning of the remainder builders. 6-1 for Marty. So just a bad 6-4 to worry about next roll. Albert could come out with the 5. That's what he's doing. 5-1. Marty clears the bar. 5-4 for Albert. He's just going to build up his board. He doesn't have to worry too much about the gammon just yet, I don't think. Well, okay, so he doesn't want to waste all the pips, so he comes into the 5-point. Also fine. He's not only really double 6. That's going to leave a shot next roll. Double 3. Marty clears the 5. Can't get a checker off. Now another double 4 for Albert. So he runs 6-4. Marty's thinking about ripping, but I think the gammon is now out of play. I don't see many gammons here. He's going to require like a pick and pass number, but Marty rips anyway. It just might be safer. I didn't count the numbers. If he had played the other 4, would have been to play 6-2. He would have had a bad. Yeah, maybe it's safer. I mean, what the 6-3 was still bad. Okay, but now he points on him. a little bit scary, but for Albert, if he gets stuck up there, but he doesn't, he comes in, and he should be able to save this, barring a freak occurrence. So Albert's off the G. And here we go. It all comes down to this. 8-7 post Crawford. It's effectively DMP. Albert will have a free drop that's worth maybe 1% or so. So this is effectively DMP. So best of 5 format. And 2 matches apiece. It comes down to DMP in the very last game. How much more exciting can it be than this? Winner of this game will be crowned the club champion. You cannot hedge the club championship. It's all or nothing, baby. So a lot of times if you're in a big money event and you get to this position, DMP in the finals, you might take a little bit of a break and discuss maybe hedging with your opponent. There ain't no hedge in this here. This is for all the marbles. Marty does not forget the cube. The most important part of this score is not forgetting the cube. So he gets the double in. Albert takes, and here we go. Winner of this game wins the crown. 4-1 for Marty. He's hitting 2. Albert rolls well. He hits back with a 3-1. Marty comes in with the 4, and he has a 6 to play. I think he's just going to spread him out. He spreads him out. This does risk getting hit with there's some double hitters here, but for the most part, 6-2 is going to hit twice. This is a double hitter. This is a double hitter, and this gives the initiative to Albert. If Marty isn't able to hit back, Albert's going to have kind of a blitzing posture. Marty does not hit back, and he doesn't even get both of his checkers in, so bad roll for Marty, and double 4s, so Albert's going to be able to hit and cover, and then look around for 2 more. Maybe he's just going to make his 2-point, and it's a full blitz now. This is he doesn't need the gammon, but the best way to win this game is to just close Marty out before he has a chance to do anything. I would just it's all in on the blitz, I believe, at this point. So he wants to make the deuce and come down. He's looking around. He's thinking about maybe escaping. He doesn't want to give up the builders, but this is just blitz time. I would have just went for the blitz. Now double 1s hits back. 4-2. So Marty has survived a little bit of a blitz scare. 4-2 for Albert. He can cover his 9-point, but it's going to come with the loss of his midpoint. He would actually be leaving a bunch of blots strewn around, so that's a kind of an expensive, it's a big concession just to make the 9-point. A saner play might be something like 23 and 14, so he'll still be leaving 6s and 2s to be hit, but at least he's maintaining his midpoint. You have some outfield control, and he can also dupe the 6s. He can leave the he can play something like maybe 21 and 4 where he's duping the 6s, but maybe that's better. I don't know. This is a tough play. And at this score, at DMP, mistakes are very costly. You get penalized for mistakes here. You don't have the rest of a match to make up for it. He's thinking hard. So this is the duplication of 6's play. It also dupes the 2s that Marty could use to cover and hit. If he comes in on 23 and advances to the 14, he's also duping 2s, and it's like less risk of getting, you know, one of the risks of coming into 21 is if Marty hits him twice, including hitting on the 21, is that Marty would have a great chance to make that point. Albert kind of doesn't want to allow Marty that opportunity. If Marty's going to want to attack Albert's blots inside his inner board, Albert would like it to be on a deep point. So yeah, he can come in the 23 and maybe go up to the 14. I guess that's the play I like, 23 and 14. I think 21, but 21 and 16, this is interesting. So this gives Marty a 4 instead of a 1. So the duping the 4s that hit on the 16 and the 4 point. What did Marty roll here? 6 and a 1. So Marty hits. Oh no, it looks like maybe it was a 6-4. Marty hit twice. Albert comes in with 1, and then Marty makes the 5 point. Now Albert fans. Oh no, that's a disaster roll. Fanning on a 2 point board in this situation, that's bad. Albert's pointing at it. That's very bad. 4-2. Marty points on Albert. He makes the 4 point, and things are looking very bad for Albert right now. But maybe he can recover. Marty's only got a 3 point board. Albert still has a 2 point board of his own. So 5-3. Albert would have liked to make that anchor, but he's not able to, so he's going to have to make the 3 point. Now Marty still has 2 checkers back. There's still a lot of game. 4-3. Marty's going to come down with the 3 and think about the 4. He can come in with the 4. It's just a safe play. He can split with the 4. It's kind of risky, but you know, it's DMP, so the gammons don't matter. Anyway, Marty comes in. He makes the same play, 6-3. Again, Albert would have liked to roll a 2. He's not able to do it, so 6-3. He can run safely to the mid, but then he's kind of has this. He's leaving behind this inflexible structure where he has 3 checkers back on the ace. I think I mentioned earlier today that it's not as inflexible as it looks when your opponent has a 2 point board, but Marty here has a 3 point board. So a 3 point board, the flexibility penalty is quite a bit more. Only 1s and 2s let you kind of relax your flexibility problem. So maybe the right play, especially because of the score, the DMP play might just be to run into the outfield, preserve your chances of making the anchor, kind of patrol the outfield. It's not too serious a problem to get hit here. He's already behind in the race, 6-5, so Marty's going to run.
They wouldn't let you in.
5-4.
They threw you out here.
5-4 for Marty. I'm sorry, 5-4 for Albert. Yeah, I'm outside, so once in a while someone walks by and has a comment for me. It does look like I'm sitting out here all by myself, but this is on purpose. I can't be in the room with the players because they would hear me. No one can hear me out here, that's for sure. Anyway, back to the match. This is looks like a little bit of an equalization has happened. Marty is still winning, but Albert has kind of fixed his inflexibility. He came up to Marty's bar point, and Marty's not able to hit now. Oh, I'm sorry. Albert's on roll. Albert rolls a 3-2. So, yeah, Albert has cleaned up his flexibility problem. He's actually thinking of pressing right now by duping Marty's 6s. He's trying to... I don't like this play. I like just coming to the mid. He can try to contain... just contain Marty's last checker. Both players have a 3 point board. Albert doesn't, you know, it's kind of, if he slots that bar point, he's leaving a ton of shots, and it's not that easy for him to cover because his midpoint would be stripped. A 3-2. What is going on? Why? I guess I'm very confused. Right, this I think is the original position. Oh, I see. He's thinking of hitting. He's thinking of hitting loose with the 3-2. I see. Albert's thinking of hitting loose. And I don't think he needs to panic. I think he can just kind of play a regular... Oh, 4-5. Marty hits him. Marty rolls a joker. He hits him only 4-5 and 6-3 hit. Marty gets one of those numbers, and now 1-4. So Albert's back in the hole. 6-5 for Marty. He wheels the 6 around. He can either play it safely to the 4 point, or he can fortify his 8-point with another builder. That is the more flexible play. It gives him a lot more numbers to make the bar point. It comes at the risk of leaving just a 6-2 shot. I think I would pay the risk here. You know, Marty, he buys himself a bunch of good 6s, I think, from that 9-point. Otherwise, the 6s would... no, he would still have reasonable 6s. He can play 6s off the mid safely into his inner board, or maybe make the 2-point. But I still like this play. This is the more flexible play. It's just 6-2 that hits. And 6-3, close, not quite. So Albert comes out with the 6, and he can run all the way, but he's pretty far behind in this race, I think. So he's challenging Marty to hit him. Marty does hit him. He makes the point. That's still bad for Albert anyway. Even if Marty had made that point after Albert had run, he'd still be stuck behind this 5'. So, you know, really not that big a swing for Albert to get pointed on there. It was 6-5, and Marty leaves the ace shot. Albert is not able to hit it, and times be getting desperate now. 4-3, Marty can just make the full prime, or we can play safely. If he makes the full prime, you know, he has to worry about the risk of being counter primed. It's pretty low, but you know, Albert's doesn't have much winning chances left. 4-4. Marty makes the prime. Albert is not able to hit, and this 4-4 is going to force him to sort of start cracking his board now. 5-2. Marty can just make a safe play. Just really 6-5 is his score number. Every other number, he's just going to slot the front of the board. 3-3. Albert's going to have to crack. So even if Marty rolls a 6-5 now and hits it, he's not going to have a board. So pretty bad roll. 4-4 followed by 3-3. There goes all of Albert's timing. He's just got to crunch up his board now. This is pretty unfortunate for him. Marty still has the bad 6-5. But it's a lot less scary after Albert rolls this. So Albert has to do the best he can. He's going to try and keep his board together. I think he could kill 5s this way and maybe avoid having to break down. He wants, you know, if there's a way he can, he's not going to be able to keep his 4-point board, but he might be able to remake a 4-point board, so he might want to look into that. Looks like it's going to involve, he's going to have to try and make the ace point, or escape a checker and make the 5. So he's got 3 dead checkers. If a 6 for Marty, he covers the 2 naturally. Now 5-1. Albert's okay. He's lifting the blot. 6-4. Now 4-1. Albert still has chances to make a 4-point board. 4-point board. If he gets a shot at the right time, it's enough of, you know. He can still make a bid to win this game with a 4-point board. So with the 3, I think he definitely wants to cover. What else? He needs that 4-point board. He can't think about racing here. He wants, if anything, he wants to stay back and wait for the shot. The shot is his only chance here. He does have a 3 left to play, right? I do believe he wants to make the ace. He does it. He makes the 4-point board. So Marty's got the bad 6-5 and 6-6 and 5-3. The dice have just taught me was also a bad number. So here it is. There's the shot. Oh, 6-1. Albert is not able to hit it. Maybe he'll get a repeater. Maybe he'll get another chance. You know, he's made that 4-point board. He can still make a 5-point board. He's got enough checkers left to make a 5-point board. So this 4-4 is a safe roll for Marty. It leaves the gap, but it gets 3 checkers off. 5-5, and Albert's going to have to leave with 1, and he's going to have to keep his spares there. So if he doesn't want to bury any spares, he needs to keep open his possibilities of making a 5-point board. So he's going to get a chance. Marty leaves him a chance. If he rolls an ace, he can hit and make it a little bit more exciting. And he got it. He got the ace. Ace-4. Ace-4. So what does he do with the 4 now? You know, he really needs that 5-point board. Maybe he wants to slot with the 4, but you know, the problem is, well, yeah, I don't know. So if Marty comes in with the 6, he's just dead. Anyway, I was thinking maybe he wants to keep his builders out. He wants to be able to hit Marty with the with his... Okay, so he slots. If he rolls a 2, he'll make the 6-1. So out with the 6. Maybe maybe wants to play 2-1 here and just kind of like, if he does get into a race, spread those numbers out so that he can keep his board longer. If Marty rolls a double 6, he definitely wants to be hit. Marty rolls a 5-4. Hitting, and now a 6-3. So 6 comes in, and now what with the 3? He's burying the 3 onto the 4 point, so he can still make a 5-point board. He still has 2 checkers out there. He can still make 3-2 hits, 3-2 hits, so the game continues. Oh, Marty, he's just like, oh, I just think to survive a single double hitter, I get home free, but no, not quite. So Albert hits. He's looking at how to play the 2. You know, a lot of Marty's 6s, he has to come into the outfield anyway. So maybe maybe you think he wants to play 14 and cover as much ground as possible. Actually, no, 6-1 and 6-2. Marty's gonna stay back, so it's 6-3 that's gonna come out. So 6-3. Oh, so 5-3. 5-3. He gets coverage on 5-3 if he comes to the 14 point. So maybe 14 was a little bit, or 6-3. So 6-3 comes out. He's got the 6s and 7s to hit. He gets a cocked. It's cocked. Reroll. Reroll. He's a 6s and 7s. A lot of hitters here. Oh, 2-1. That's not good. That is not good. And my battery is dying. I'm going to stop the commentary so I can plug in my computer. I think it's more important to catch the final than it is to...
Yeah, I know. I pointed out it wasn't bad inside of the strap.
Well, I hit 1 check or 2.
I prefer something on the
2-1.
3 to 5. 2-1. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's very strong. You want to build your board at this point.
I'm helping him.
1-1. 2-1. Take a pull.
Yes.
Bug.
Take a look on it. You're on the email list.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you like?
4-4.
Yeah.
That was a good game. Ah, you beast.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't happy to see the other.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion, Marty Storer.